The CEO of TikTok, Kevin Mayer, has resigned amidst the pressure the company is facing to divest itself of all connections to its Chinese parent company, ByteDance. So to give an overview, TikTok has until November 12th to either find a new American-based owner or leave the U.S. market and turn over all the data it has acquired on its users. It's expected that the company will sell, but it's still up in the air as to who that will be. So right now, Microsoft is the leading candidate publicly. However, other companies have also stepped forward with interest since there are about 100 million active TikTok users in the U.S. according to recently released numbers. Software company Oracle is one of the leading potential suitors, who's also maybe teaming up with some of the original companies that invested in ByteDance to make an offer. Twitter emerged as an somewhat unlikely buyer, but still, along with Apple and Amazon, plus there are Netflix rumors now, and maybe even Walmart and SoftBank possibly teaming up. Everybody wants a piece of TikTok. So Mayer released a letter internally to employees saying that he expected they would reach a resolution, quote, very soon on the sale. And a report from CNBC also said a deal could be reached by next week and that the sale price could be $20 to $30 billion. This is all happening while a lawsuit against the U.S. government makes its way through the courts, and TikTok even opened up a merch store selling hoodies and t-shirts that say, not going anywhere and here to stay. So this is a big development with the CEO leaving. Expect some changes probably imminently. Follow along at digitaltrends.com. As the U.S. election looms ever so larger, social media platforms continue to attempt to temper the amount of misinformation and abuse that happens on their platforms. Twitter's been adamant about trying to label tweets containing dangerous false information about coronavirus or those that incite violence, but now they're going after copypasta. Copypasta is a term for essentially a block of text that is copied and pasted over and over, and in the case of Twitter, sent out as identical tweets by multiple accounts. It's pretty much spam. And if you've ever been on Twitter for any amount of time, you've seen it particularly when it comes to bots and political messages, which is one of the key things that it's been used for in the past. If you see the same exact wording and reply posted over and over, it's most likely copypasta. It's also been an issue for creators on multiple platforms, but certainly on Twitter when someone basically steals someone else's post and makes it their own. So the key thing to be determined is how to stop it from happening, and that's what Twitter is tackling now. So Twitter said they'll be hiding tweets that feature copy and pasted text that has no modifications from its original source. And they updated their censorship policy to include copypasta as a violation. They also said they may limit the visibility of tweets that are labeled as copypasta, but whether that's by placing a warning over them or blocking the post entirely remains to be seen. Where this will most likely show up first, though, is on some of those more popular political threads. So be on the lookout to see how they handle the bots. You can follow along with all the latest details at digitaltrends.com. Amazon has announced a new fitness band and app service that uses your camera to scan your body. So between Fitbit, Apple Watches, Galaxy Watches, and more, the fitness band market is huge. So it was inevitable that Amazon would join in, but this is definitely a different approach. It's called the Halo, and it's part hardware and part subscription service, but no screen. So the band itself just looks like a bracelet and has a sensor module in it that features an accelerometer, a temperature sensor, and a heart rate monitor. But Amazon did say the Halo is not a medical device, so it doesn't have FDA approval like some of the other ones do. It also has an LED light and 2 microphones. The microphones are not for phone calls or using the assistant. They're for monitoring your voice. So the key features for this device are in the app, and there are 2 that are unique. The first is the tone feature, and it listens to your voice throughout the day if you opt in and makes an assessment of what it thinks your emotional state is. They said it doesn't record or store your voice, but makes note of the pitch, intensity, rhythm, and tempo to then let you know what state you might have been in throughout the day, whether it was worried or happy or a bunch of other emotions. The other unique feature is the body function. This is where the scanning happens with your smartphone camera. So you're asked to wear some tight clothing, then set up your camera and take a series of photos within the app. That will provide a 3D rendering of you that they say can analyze and calculate your body fat percentage. Not sure how I feel about that, but the Halo will run $99, and there is a subscription service you can opt into for $3.99. It'll start off, though, as an invite-only device, and you can read more about it at digitaltrends.com. And while the Epic Games versus Apple App Store fight continues on, there's another report out from an online security firm called Nightline Security that sheds a light on the billion-dollar black market for stolen Fortnite accounts. So according to the report, which was detailed in Bloomberg, criminal organizations are able to cross-check usernames and passwords captured in data breaches and leaks online with Fortnite logins to see if any of them match at a rate of about 500 accounts per second. Then, when they get a hit, they log in, see what the user has, and set a price to sell it. For some Fortnite accounts, and the same goes for some competing games like Minecraft or RuneScape, players could have in-game purchases like skins and extra weapons that are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in real money. So these accounts are valuable. The report goes on to say that the accounts usually sell for $200 to $250 a piece, and one of the people selling the accounts said they make $20,000 a day on them. So who's buying them? Well, people who don't want to spend hours and hours building up a character's level or gathering up the special items so they can just buy their way right into the top of the game. For its part, Epic Games said it does use a very sophisticated tech and captcha system, including account blocking for multiple login attempts to try to stop it, but clearly it's still working. So there are even some users who sell their accounts and then report them as stolen to get them back, so that's part of it too. And with an estimated $1 billion black market for this is going to be getting some attention, as Nightline has shared the report to the FBI. Don't buy stolen accounts. You can read more about it at digitaltrends.com.